Welcome to 𝐂𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. It's the current time of 9:24 a.m. on the Eastern Time on Sunday, November 27th. Hope you guys have a good weekend and also a good, I would say longer holiday weekend so far. If you include, obviously Thanksgiving, but I know a lot of people actually took off like ever since Monday. So hope you guys have a long, fulfilling, lovely week so far. Respect to Ethereum, $1,214, up about 0.86% so far. On the overall crypto market, we have been pretty much at the same level for the last, I would say, 48 hours so far. And across the spectrum, we were like kind of mixed bag yesterday on the altcoin, up or down about 1%. But I would say across the spectrum this weekend, especially this holiday weekend, has been relatively just muted, if you may. So take a look at the media front. What's expecting tomorrow? It seems like with respect to the equity market front, we are indicating more of a flat day again. Obviously, we had a half a day on Friday because of Black Friday. We also had an off day on Thanksgiving. Nothing really moved the needle across the spectrum, but with respect to the Chinese stocks, which definitely got hindered, as we can see just on the news front, this is on the corner right here. Shanghai has been hit by COVID protests as anger spread across China. Obviously, there's another spread going on. And when you hear these type of surprise elements slash relatively seismic type of changes, and obviously has to directly correlated to the living situation, the livelihood, and also with respect to the affectation on the economical status of the day-to-day functions of the economy. COVID is definitely going to hinder the outlooks of China, and obviously with respect to the tensions. But on a political front, it seems like this protest is a clear indicator from the citizens and the residents of China on their I guess lack of support and their loss of faith in a way onto doing something as prominently displayed on the public front as the way that we've seen so far via a protest, right? And then on the domestic front, you could see that news across the spectrum are clearly indicating around the Black Friday online sales, which is still happening. It seems like this year we have topped a record number, $9 billion. And I think this is very logical, right? People have been, relatively suppressed, staying home, right? Not being able to shop historically because of the COVID situation. So now this is more of like a festive slash, people would love to just come back. So it becomes more like how would you say, a percolated event that baked into this like large event of, I guess, celebration, like, oh, COVID is over now, so let's all go out to shop for Black Friday. It's something that people reminisce a lot, right? So this is like some sort of a hype, element into it, driving this some sort of a robust record sales of $9 billion. On the more specific front, it seems like Walmart is slowly overtaking Amazon on the shopping surge for Black Friday, but the numbers will all collectively be captured as we obviously finish off November and then shifting on to December 13th and 14th, which is going to be approximately about like 2 weeks out from here, 2.5 weeks out, where we will be seeing the numbers of how did this Black Friday look like. And I do foresee, because of the high level numbers already, it should ideally hit and meet or exceed. I would say it's more like a meet to exceed expectations type of level, and that should technically triangulate some sort of a bullish momentum going forward. So we'll see how that goes. So it seems like across the news are relatively positive, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a green day as we open up on Monday. So let's just dive into technical to see what's going on right now. With respect to recording time of 9:29 a.m. on the Eastern time, we are at 12:14. I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, we've been at the same level ever since I start talking. So check me if I'm not right. Feel free to go back and see. Were we like just like at the same level the whole time? I feel like we have been. And on a daily, we are still, just proceeding with this golden cross and attempting to break up to be the next level of 1250. On the weekly front, you could see that we are still, holding this like quadruple head 1, 2, 3, 4. On the monthly, it is still looking to consolidate and glide and find some sort of a bottom plateau. But you can see that, the momentum is still relatively stale, with this double heads on the monthly, with this triple heads on, well, I would say even quadruple heads on the weekly. And the daily, despite it's surging, but it's relatively more of a short term momentum, right? This is on a daily spectrum. And, the real test is really going to see can we break above 1250 from here? I feel like I'm losing my voice as I'm talking. Excuse me, I'm sorry. On the Bitcoin side of the equation, 16,500 at the moment, up 0.58%. Relatively still stale. You can see that we are meeting at the exact level of 40 out of 70. We are trying to cross up right now. I feel like I'm definitely losing my voice right now. As the next level up is technically somewhere around like 17,000. But can we get there on a week's out? It seems like we're still quite stale, right? You can see 1, 2, 3. I would say this is more like 3 heads relative to Ethereum has 4 heads, which clearly shows that they're still very bearish. We're still consistently forming these like escalator down. Like this is the first step, right? Obviously we were all-time high at 70,000. Next step to 30,000, and then subsequently try to go up halfway but just couldn't. Then you form this like basically head and shoulder. 1, 2, 3. This is the head, shoulder, and shoulder. And, and when you see that, and this is something that we talked about like weeks ago, we were doing this technical analysis that if we were to form this and we couldn't get up here, which we didn't, we eventually come down in a very harsh level, which we did. And as we did that, we broke down to the 18,000. And as we are proceeding still, we're still in this like very relatively stale bearish momentum, so it's still dragging out. And also on the weekly front, we still have this triple head, so it is bound to cross down eventually. But on the monthly, it is showing some sort of a revival, and you don't see this like all the time, right? You were extended and you have crossed down, so you form this death cross, which we did see collectively. And then now we have been like crossed down for quite some time now, so it's bound to eventually reverse up. But to see lower level, I wouldn't be surprised because of the fact that we are still in the mid of it. We might see some level coming down to somewhere around like 12,500 and lower from there, and that translates into Ethereum somewhere around like 785, 550 respectively. Okay. So sorry for losing my voice. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I've been just eating too much oily food. You know, I've been kind of eating a lot because I've been hitting the gym quite hard. I would say I went to a gym like twice in a row this week. Relative to like weeks ago, I did not go for like a week and a half straight. And I don't foresee myself going to the gym for this week either because I'm going to be in Miami and Art Basel, so it'll be hard for me to like kind of film as well. But I'll try to squeeze in some videos in the morning. And obviously Miami has the same time zone as New York City. It's just that it's warmer there, so I will block out some time in the morning to check with you guys. And I just like want to say thank you again for the kind notes for Thanksgiving, and I really appreciate you for collaborating with me, having a meeting with me every single day consistently. It does mean a lot to me. So have a good one and take care. Bye.